Carlos and Ryan, and we know that you're dying to hear what we have to say today. I say we hear what we have to say today. It's the blank. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah.
All right.
Delicious.
Are you soothed?
I am. That was great.
You calm?
That was great.
You relax? You calm?
Yeah, I'm great, man.
You
Coffee,
can lay back and relax the entire episode, basically.
whiskey,
What more could you ask
water. I made a really good stir fry today, which I'm actually really happy about.
for? That's nice.
You should try some later.
All right.
Shout out to our Valentine's Day episode last.
Oh, it was based off of that recipe?
Kinda very similar to that. There wasn't any shrimp this time, but it was pretty good.
Wicked.
So
you're relaxed then?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
You're just chilling?
I'm gravy.
Well, it's time we pipe it up.
I'm maxing.
It's time to pipe it up.
What's like a Gen Z?
Let's fucking pipe it up!
Wow.
Clap the hands, everybody! Everybody, clap the hands!
Wow.
Clap the hands, everybody! Clap, buddy!
Clap your hands.
Woo! Come on! Keep it!
So
Keep
I
up.
gave Carlos a
Woo!
little bit of whiskey.
Come on.
And this is what's happening.
Come on! Come on! Dum, 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 dum.
So that's what happens when you
Hi,
give
young
Carlos a little
world.
bit of whiskey.
My name is Carlos,
And I'm Ryan.
and this is the Blank with Carlos and Ryan. Thank you for coming to another week.
Ooh. Strong.
Did you? Haven't you had this before?
I don't know. I guess. Damn.
It's gotten to the point where you don't even know what the hell you're drinking anymore.
That one just like made me grow some chest hairs. Woo.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. People say that.
Yeah, makes you
Like
grow
whiskey
chest.
so like, depth that it makes you get some chest hairs.
So
It
you're
makes you
saying
grow a mustache or something.
turned
like
you
that.
into more of a man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that I guess the whiskey went away that time. But young world, I'm Carlos,
I'm Ryan.
and this is the Blanco Carlos and Ryan. And apologies for what you had to experience with Ryan just now about him losing his puberty moments.
I was pre-puberty
Yeah.
for a second there.
So, but yeah, that's that happens from time to time, I guess, with the whiskey such as strong as these ones. But thank you for coming back for another week, another edition, another episode of The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. And obviously, this is still The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. Ryan, do you want to say hi to the children?
Definitely do. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hold on. You definitely do? That's really weird.
Definitely.
Don't say
I don't
hi
know
to
why I
them.
use definitely a lot. I use that word a lot.
Do you?
Like very much so. Even in like in my emails and stuff like that, I always put like definitely. And then it's funny because like Grammarly or like any other like autocorrect program will actually be like, this is redundant. Like you don't need
You
this
don't
word.
need that word?
Yeah, but I always
Damn.
do it as like an additional like confirmation or like a verb.
Huh.
It's
You
weird.
use it that much?
I say it a lot.
Do
I've
you?
noticed that. Yeah, definitely.
After, oh, well.
As like so
now every
when
time
people say
it,
like
I'm gonna-
yes, like or like got
yeah,
it.
I agree.
Like,
I
definitely,
concur.
Yeah, I'll use definitely in that same sort of confirmation.
Yeah, I do. I agree a lot.
Yeah,
I concur.
agree. Yeah, I
I'm
concur.
true that sometimes. But that's who you are, babes.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No,
are you thinking about changing it?
No, definitely not. See, it's just like it's just one of those things that like everyone has about them, kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's
So,
what makes you you. But if you're trying to be like everyone else, the world would be a very boring place.
very
And
interesting.
we don't need that. All right, we need uniqueness. All right, we're not trying to be like everyone else. That's the whole purpose: is to be yourself and be one with everyone, knowing that you're accepted for who you are.
I love that.
Thanks.
Definitely.
You did that on purpose. Are you trying to piss me off? Anyway, say hi to the children.
But happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Friday if you happen to listen on a Friday, and happy weekend if you happen to listen on the weekend. Thank you for joining Carlos and I with another episode. We're back for another one. Today is actually a pre-vacation episode sort of
Yes.
thing, so we're definitely going to be talking a lot about that, I'm assuming.
Yes.
But just thank you from the bottom of our hearts listening. I've heard from a couple of the people that have been listening. They've been messaging me and they're like, "Hey Ryan, like really enjoying the episode still. You guys are still going, which is great." And they're like, "It's crazy consistent." Like I was talking to
How much are they willing to donate?
I don't know.
Then-
We have to put a
then
GoFundMe.
You gotta ignore their Listen, here's the deal, folks. We're struggling. We need money, and y'all motherfuckers ain't
Wow.
paying us shit.
Wow.
So here's the deal, Ryan. When we upload this video, we're gonna include a link. It's gonna be a GoFundMe, so me and
Oh
Ryan
my god!
can support the show.
I'm not part of this.
No, you are, because your name will be on it, and we're probably gonna use your picture because
I don't want this.
Anyways, we're gonna use the link. Donate whatever you can. That way, me and Ryan can grow the show. Maybe we can get a studio. We can bring in guests. We can go to the club after. Throw some dollar ones in the damn club. Toss it up, pipe it up. Clap your hands, everybody. Do more stuff,
Wow.
that stuff.
Wow.
So we'll include a link. Put in, it's going to be in the bottom in the description. Just donate whatever you can. And if it asks for credit card information and you guys are like wondering why it's doing a monthly thing, don't ask about it. It is what it is.
It's fine.
It'll be fine. We promise we will not overdraft on your account. That's all. All right.
Beautifully said.
Yeah, that's all.
But I got just two things before we start the episode.
Suck it. Oh, I thought that was a DX reference.
Very first one is shout out to Amanda. Love you, girl. She sponsored our alcohol for today's episode. So thank you very much.
She's not sponsoring the alcohol. She's
You're very
encouraging
sweet.
your alcoholism,
You're very
which
sweet.
we are talking about.
I love
And that's why we have guests over here. It's not an episode of The Blank Sweetheart. It's an intervention. Guys,
Everybody come
get in here.
And then second of all, shout out to Erin. She actually made a funny statement about our episodes recently.
Oh, dear God.
And she was like, yeah, like she's like, good job. You guys have been consistent, this and that. And then you know what she said? She said, Carlos says some wild ass shit. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, I know. And she's like, it's crazy because like you guys are so authentic on the episodes. And like when Carlos starts saying some wild ass shit, I know that's coming from the heart. So I'm like, wow. And she's like, I feel like I already know him. I'm like, well, you already know him. And she's like, no, I know, but I know him based off of what he says on the show. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's like super authentic.
Well, first of all,
This and
Amanda and Aaron, yes, thank you, ladies, so much. You've been so friendly to me over the years, and I appreciate it. I haven't seen Aaron in a bit though, but hope all's well. Hope the family's okay. But here's the deal: Carlos is gonna say some wild stuff from time to time, and Carlos is just gonna keep it going. That's all this is. All right. Listen, here's the deal: I'm not hurting nobody. Everyone knows it's all coming from love. Carlos doesn't intend to mean any harm for anything, all right?
That is true.
So that's all I'm going to say. If you see me saying some wild stuff and you're not good with it, change the channel. Turn it off. Well, you know what? Watch these other PG podcasts that are getting paid by corporations millions of dollars just to be robots and psychopaths. And, they're saying all this poo-poo lame shit. But me, on this show, we're freedom of speech over here, baby. We say whatever we want.
Wow.
I'm going to assassinate...
Wow.
I'm not going to finish that statement because I'm going to leave it up to your imagination.
Crazy.
Just teasing.
But thank you, Aaron and Amanda. You've been absolutely wonderful. You're absolutely
some wild shit.
Love
That's
you both.
funny.
Thank you for listening and just thank you for being there for us.
I do say some pretty wild shit. I'll
you definitely do.
I do.
You definitely
I'm
do.
not gonna lie.
Especially as of late.
As of late?
Yeah.
You think so? I'm trying to spice. We need views,
the
man.
Whole, like polarization of politics has been happening.
Yeah.
And like you and I have gotten more polar.
I mean, forgive me for the politics being like the best reality show on TV now. All right, I gotta say stuff that's gonna keep people's attention. They want our viewpoints on some of these stuff.
I
right?
get it.
You know what I mean? So that's why. Hey, you know what? So
I get it.
So if I say Olivia Chow looking thick in them pants one day,
wow.
I'll just say it. I'm just gonna tell
oh my
her,
God.
like, yo, Olivia, you're looking mad leng nowadays. I'm just kind of let her know. That's all. So I say some wild stuff. Hey, man,
She is single.
come on, that's still too soon. All right, Jack Layton was a goddamn hero. Come on.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
All right. But
All right.
but I'm saying, but if she,
I'm
if
sure
you
she
were
could.
single,
I'm sure she could.
but if you were single, I don't know,
Like, what's his face? The dude before.
what do you mean?
The mayor before. And he
Oh,
had that
what's
fling
his?
with the girl, that
Oh
Asian
my
girl.
God!
Yeah.
How do I forget his name?
John Tory.
Tory.
Yeah, Tory. Yeah, man. You don't think Olivia Chow's like doing some stuff on the side? You know
she
what I mean?
does. She does
Cougar
some,
gang?
Oh, she definitely does some freaky stuff on the side.
Cougar gang.
I think anyone who has political power does freaky stuff on the side.
You know
That's the only way they get through the job, in my opinion. You don't think?
I don't see nothing wrong. No,
You don't
no.
see no,
I
dude. Hear me
100%
out.
would see.
I'm just saying, like, you're dealing with the stress of like people complaining to you about taxes, property, and all that
getting
stuff.
letters
You know
all the
what?
time.
The what? Like, come on. Like, okay, so she's probably getting so and so under the desk. It's the one thing that makes her happy to go to work, and people want to take that away from her. Shame, right?
True that.
Right. Now, I'm not condoning sexual assault or anything. That's just inappropriate. But I'm saying if it's consent between two people and, there's no married couples being harmed by it, yeah, she's human too. She's got needs.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
So,
As long as she's not hurting nobody.
yeah. Listen, okay, you know what? I don't get how Aaron had to say the wild shit. Every single episode you have quoted that man's lyrics in every single episode.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What? You're doing it again,
There's nothing wrong.
dude.
It's not me.
What do you mean?
People aren't pointing out what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're saying what you're saying.
Yes, because you are literally interjecting. You're casually interjecting it in every single.
I'm the calm one.
Literally, you could do a compilation of Ryan saying those lyrics in every single episode, and it will at least be 30 minutes long.
I'm the regular one.
Oh,
I'm the world's greatest.
Oh my God in heaven, folks! I'm just saying, if you're out there and you can do an edit of this man doing those compilations, do it.
I'm the world's
Oh,
greatest.
Jesus. Listen, I wish. I'm just like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to, go about it. I just want to move on. You're getting me trapped in the closet here. Like, excuse me?
What?
You're doing it
I
again.
love this too far.
Listen, I'm not trying to hurt nobody, but there is something that I must confess. What? What? No, you are moving mental. All right. Okay. Hold on. Before we get into the jokes and the silliness and the show, I just want to say something serious, and it's going to be some people's kids.
Love that.
I'm not going to be a jokey joke about it. This is
Okay.
very serious. So something I don't know when it happened, but I only found out about it yesterday. It was about the shooting for Sonya Massey.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So for those who may not be aware, Sonya Massey is a woman. I believe she was like only 26 years old.
26.
She had called the police and was complained that someone was, walking outside her door, more like window.
Mm-hmm.
And she had called the police to, intervene to see if they
Come
can check it out.
Stuff like that.
So they're
regular kind of stuff.
regular, like
Nothing crazy.
yeah, like noise complaint level.
Yeah.
Call. So they come to the scene. They ask her some questions like, "Hey, what's going on?" Things are a little weird from some of the things she said, and she had mentioned that she was boiling some water. So she went to go check on it. The officer said, "Yes, you can go check. We don't want a fire to start or anything." And when the officer said that, she responds by saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." So, I mean, anyone would be like, "Okay, that's a strange thing to reply."
Wait, what?
That's what she said to the officer.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
when people say that, what is that? Because I'm not.
Usually, when
not
people say
well-versed,
that,
yeah.
like you have to say something like really evil. Like, say some guy says, "I'm the spawn of Satan." Then the person
and then
will be
they
like, "I
say
rebuke
that.
you in the name of Jesus,"
I
because
rebuke
it
you.
means like
Oh,
stay
okay,
away.
okay,
You
okay.
are evil. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
So in my eyes, he did not say anything to result for her to say that. I don't know why she
The
said
video's out.
the video is out.
So
Full
then, like,
video
it
is out.
shows what he said.
Well,
for her to say that.
yes, yes.
Do you remember what he said? 'Cause
It
I don't.
wasn't. It was the. I believe it was when he said, "Please, we don't want to start a fire in the house."
Oh, okay.
So that was when he's like, "What?" And then she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And he replies by saying, "You better not, or I'm going to shoot you in the face."
Wow.
Now that escalated very quickly. It did not need to be said.
What is the issue here?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm just assuming at this point that
Yeah.
he felt that he was going to throw the water at her or
Okay.
something. But at the same time, she was so far away, it probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
reached. Either or, she's holding the water. She's not doing anything harmful with it. She's holding it to take it off. He takes out the gun, points it at her. It's like, put the water down. And before she even does anything, she goes, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." And then he shoots her.
Wow. That's crazy.
And so obviously, it was it was in the face that she got shot. The other officer checks her out. He goes to go check on her and says, "Hey, like, I can still hear her grasping for air." And the other officer says, "I'm gonna go call for medical attention." And the officer that shot her goes, "Yeah, no, she's done. Forget it."
Wow.
So there was a lot of complaints because the big one being that he murdered her for no reason,
Cold
and
blood.
also he denied medical, attention.
Yes. Yes.
So the guy has been arrested. He's in jail awaiting trial. Now, yeah, this was a situation that did not need to happen and it could very much have been avoided. There was nothing in my eyes from what I saw in the video, nothing to in that should have resulted in that.
Agreed.
It's ridiculous. I feel terrible for the family. Let's just hope that they get justice. And yeah, I hope this dude serves time for a long time in prison.
Yeah. Like
And also, sorry to interrupt.
go
Also,
ahead.
I want to ask. These media outlets are really milking this race thing because they describe the police shooting black women in these headlines. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, come on. Like, listen. I get the whole race division thing, but y'all are really milking this like race divide thing. All right. I don't know if it was because he was a racist. I don't know what his deal was. The dude obviously was unhinged and should not have been a police officer
Definitely.
in the first place. But y'all need to chill out with this race thing. I get the George Floyd thing was, even the race thing in America is still going on. But like the media needs to chill with milking that on because you're not solving the problem. You're adding to the fire, in my opinion. So ease up on the whole officer shoots black woman. Like, she has a name and
Yeah.
she's a victim and she has a family. And the poor family didn't even know how she died. Like, they asked who did it and they wouldn't tell her. So yeah, that's my take on it.
So the officer that happened to shoot, is it Shania? Shea?
Or sorry, it's Sonya. Sorry, Sonya Massey.
Sonya Massey.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. It's heartbreaking to see you go so quickly. You're only 26. You're a little younger than Carlson and I by many years. Have your whole life ahead of you. And it was shortly, taken away by an unhinged police officer. So first off, the police officer, you definitely belong on some people's kids. I hope you go to jail as well. I actually read that he said that he was like, yeah, he pled not guilty as well when it came to it. Like, I think it's just such a hard topic in general, but it's like, man, like, some people just shouldn't be cops. You know what I mean? Or some people
100%.
just shouldn't have guns. And
Absolutely.
it's like the whole country of like America just sort of allows that shit to happen. And then people get killed for it. You know what I mean? Like, something for simple. It's like, even if like the boiling water, like, she threw the boiling water, let's say, for example, right? Like, yes, he's threatening her and all that kind of stuff, but like, cops should be like smart enough to realize that you can like defend yourself against a woman. Like, let her throw the water.
We have tasers.
Run the other way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like
go back.
Shoot her in the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do something.
Like,
it's
taser.
Like,
you have a taser.
Taser. Like, literally try to duck and dodge just water and then beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because she tried throwing water at you. I get that. But to literally just go into a woman's house, She literally was doing nothing wrong by any means. She called you to protect her. That's like the
Right.
worst part about this, is that she called you to protect her, to be like, yo, I'm in danger. Please come help me. And then you guys treated her like she was the fucking criminal in this case. It's extremely sad. It's just another like lost life in the fucking rope, or like the abyss of American like gun violence and like wrongdoing by police officers and all that kind of stuff. I agree with Carlos. The race card of it is definitely a tough one because he is a white dude that shot a black woman. And I don't want to undermine any of like the, sort of like feelings that black people are going to be feeling from this, because it's definitely going to start some sort of fucking
Absolutely.
outrage for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm really hoping that that guy was just unhinged but not a racist. Honestly, I'm kind of on the other side where it is, yes, he probably is a racist in some sort of sense. He just doesn't know it. But that's the tough part about this whole situation, is that it's extremely sad. Somebody lost their life at the hands of a unhinged cop. Somebody allowed this person to have a gun in their hand and then have like a position of power. And it's just so sad because people, when they call the police, they're literally asking you to protect them in a sense,
Right.
or like they're trying to call you for action. It's like, man, like I need your help here. You know what I mean? And then she ended up losing her life. She didn't wake up that morning
Right.
being like, I'm going to go fucking fuck with a cop or throw boiling water on a cop. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
No.
So definitely with all with the stuff that's hopefully going to be coming out from the trial and all that, Carlson and I will definitely try to keep everyone updated as much as possible. But it's extremely sad, heartbreaking to be able to see someone so young lose their life with so much potential, especially at the hands of somebody that's supposed to be protecting you.
Absolutely.
Like fucking Springfield, Illinois, or Illinois as a state, like you guys need to be doing better fucking
It's insane.
like positioning when it comes to picking your cops. They need
Yeah.
to be doing like psychological
I
analysis.
agree in general. Like cops should get psych tests in general,
Yeah.
man.
It's a tough job. I'm
It
not going to
is.
say it's not. We have friends
100%.
that are cops. Like I have friends that are cops. We understand how tough that job is, and you're always kind of scared for yourself because you're putting your life at risk pretty much every day on behalf of society. We definitely
Absolutely.
thank you for that. But it's like Illinois, like the United States of America, and even in Canada, like there needs to be some sort of standard where it comes to like mental health, like testing every year, or like just regular health checks and stuff like that cops have to do, because all of that plays a huge role into how you protect society. Because realistically, yes, you're working a job, you're trying to make money, and cops make a lot of money realistically,
Money, yeah.
but it's like you're protecting yourself. You're almost putting your life on the line for society. It's like that's the job that you pick. That's the job that you wanted. You know what I mean? Like you can't come in here being like, "Oh my god, I'm just going to fucking protect myself still because I still have a life and kids and all that kind of stuff." And maybe this is wrong for me to say because everyone gets to do that, but it's like, man, if you didn't want to put your life on the line every single day, then don't be a cop.
Yeah.
Like that's just a standard. And like I know it's hard for governments and states to be able to kind of weed out the people that are like selfish and not selfish, or they care more about like their own livelihood than society's livelihood realistically. But there needs to be a better way to be able to choose and pick and choose people, because there are people that are out there that are like that. They're very selfless. They will put their lines, they will jump in front of a bullet for their stranger or their neighbor or whatever it happens to be. And those are the people that we need as cops. The people that happen to be just doing it because you get paid well or whatever it is, and you just want a position of power, like we need to find a way to weed that shit out.
Right.
Because stuff like this it would probably still happen, but it would happen a lot less if we put more money into like finding out who's right, who's wrong, who's mentally stable, who's not. And I'm honestly willing to pay my tax money for that kind of stuff.
Now, hang on.
I 100%.
Hold on.
You wouldn't?
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, obviously, yes, I would.
Yeah,
but I mean, at the same time, it's just like, even if we put the money towards the whole, weeding out the good from the bad cops, and honestly, like, there are some cities who are just like down people like really bad, like they just need cops and they're like desperate for it, so they're willing to ignore even some of the whole, like some cities they need like bad cops because it's like really bad, like Chicago, like even Chicago, like I know it was in Illinois, but like Chicago, like I don't know if it's bad now, but like years back it was really bad in Chicago, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like, fuck it, if you want to be a cop, I don't give a fuck. They probably ignored criminal history and shit for the most part, not like severely, but I think it was just like it's to a point where like it depends on the extent of the area and how bad they need cops. And if we do psych tests for if we did I think in general if we did a psych test for every city, we'd lose thousands, not hundreds, I think thousands of cops. And even in Toronto alone, I think.
Yeah, but that would be necessary though for society to
Yeah,
be in a
but
safer
then
space.
but we
Like,
need more but that means if we lose cops, then that means it will be a lack of authority. We would need that, the
yeah,
whole.
the government needs to be able to find like other ways to be able to do that,
Oh
whether it is
yeah.
social programs or
Right.
like more education, realistically,
Mhm.
or like putting people that are in poverty like in certain programs so that allows them to get better in life. You know what I mean? If you have like less protection or less authority on the streets, like that's more cops on the streets isn't the solution. Like that's not the solution. Getting
No.
rid of cops isn't the solution either.
Right.
It's a government in whole.
Yeah.
But if we as a society want people with guns to stop shooting innocent people,
Mhm.
then we need to do a little bit better than picking the people that actually can be allowed to have guns.
Right.
But in America, you pretty much like other than a couple of states, you can pretty much have a gun and it's pretty easy to go buy a gun. You can
Which
go to
I'm not
Walmart
really
and
a
get a
fan of.
gun.
Personally, I'm not really a fan of.
So it's like Illinois as a whole,
Mm.
like I don't know. I'm assuming that I don't know too much about Illinois or Springfield as the city or the town or whatever it happens to be, but it's like your solution isn't working or whatever happens to think like that doesn't work. Like you said, Chicago, it's like there realistically shouldn't be like, oh my God, Chicago, we're having a lot more gang violence
Yeah.
or a lot more violence.
Right.
The solution shouldn't be let's put more cops on the street. Let's
Mm.
help these young gangsters get out of that lifestyle so that they can be better for their lives or
Mm.
whatever it may be. I think that's the bigger issue. So I'm 100% willing to put my money on the line or my tax money on the line to either psych these cops so that we pick the better people or the better positioned people that actually have guns in their hands,
Mm.
or put my money towards social programs so that people don't happen to like need guns and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they're just that. It's a tough like over. Obviously, there's way more problems to that, and that's just
Sure.
a very small aspect of it. But it's just use our tax money for good things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
there's so many issues like with countries in general or like societal fucking taxes in general, like the amount of money that the US probably just gave to Ukraine, like you know what I mean? How come we're not fixing some of the towns and the cities that we happen to have? And I know that's controversial in itself. That's like we should be funding other countries that really can't support themselves in a sense. But it's like we still have problems where like cops are shooting innocent civilians. She pays her taxes, I'm sure that she probably goes and like, buys certain things and pays her taxes and has a job and like all that kind of stuff. Has all the potential in the world, and now we've taken that away due to uneducated, unhinged, easy, like laissez-faire fucking rules about who can become a cop and fucking putting guns in the hands of anybody realistically in America. It's like that shit just doesn't make sense. So it's like extremely sad to see somebody at 26 lose their life just because she has a boiling pot in her hand looking like some sort of a threat. You know what I mean? And using some sort of religion, like saying that was enough to scare a cop to literally shoot somebody in the face. Like that's not fucking right whatsoever.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah, I hope this guy gets his fucking PB and jelly fucking.
Oh boy!
In
wow.
jail, man.
Oh
Like,
dear.
I wish the worst for you in jail, and I hope you learn the lessons that you need to learn because all that stuff is important, man. And then you hopefully come out a better person from it. So
Okay.
God.
Wow. Damn. PB&J in prison.
That's a sad one, man. It's a tough topic.
It is.
We're
It
not-
is a
I
tough
know we
one.
only
I
have
don't-
we have to go to commercial break soon, but
it's a controversial one, and I
It's a
can't
tough
blame
one.
you for not, talking about it in depth, right? Because it's not something we should just skip over at the same time, right?
yeah, no, she doesn't deserve that in a sense.
So obviously, rest in peace to Sonya.
Mhm.
Justice for Sonya all the way. Thoughts and prayers for the family. Hope I always remember watching the press conference and seeing the kid talk. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
But hoping the kid is, hoping the family in general is doing okay, and hope that justice will bring peace for this family. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anywho, folks, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to be a little more silly, a little more,
a little
goofy.
more fun.
Yeah.
A little more fun.
So apologize for the seriousness, but,
So what's going on, everybody? Carlos and I are back.
Another edition of the puzzle with you. I don't even know what to call this
Yeah,
segment
I don't know.
anymore.
I don't know. Reacting or
React
something.
like the blank reacts. All right. So during Ryan's little ranty rant there, he mentioned something there that caught me off guard. He mentioned PB&J in prison. Now, folks, you're asking yourself, what's wrong with
What
eating
is that?
peanut butter and jelly, and why can't you eat it in prison? Now, folks, it's not about what's wrong with eating the PB&J. Usually, everyone eats it on bread. Is that the safe
Yeah, I'd say
assumption?
so.
On
You know,
bread?
back in
Yeah.
kindergarten, easy things to make back as a kid.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So, yeah, in prison, it's not on bread; it's elsewhere, and
They don't voluntarily give you
yeah.
bread in
Yeah,
jail.
the PB&J is spread elsewhere, and that's what brings us to this week's video. This is a video that Ryan and I have seen on several occasions because one, it's hilarious, and two, it's also very terrifying,
Yes.
and but it's extremely uncomfortable. So we
Uncomfortable,
want to
yeah.
preface this by saying viewer discretion is strongly
Yeah,
advised.
please hide your kids
Because he
before they
doesn't
listen to this.
curse, but the description of what he does in prison to other prisoners is
Yeah.
kind of yucky.
Yeah.
So we'll get into it. Y'all hear for yourself and see what y'all think.
We'll get this started.
A classic video. I think this was made in like '98 or something.
First of all, right, if he's a newcomer, right, I want him to suck my ass with jelly.
Oh
They
my
call it
God.
Toss
Okay.
the salad.
Okay.
That's the sweet.
Toss this out.
Now,
Toss this out.
this is for those who cannot see. This is a jail inmate explaining what he does to new inmates that come to the prison that he is staying in.
Yeah.
Now, right from the get go, we're only 9 seconds in, and you're probably saying, "What the actual fuck is going on right now?" Yes, this is him explaining in full detail as to what he'll do with a new inmate. And yes, he did say that tossing salad is one of the things that they do.
Wow.
But yes, let's continue and listen.
Plain word, toss the salad.
Looking
It means
like,
sucking my ass, right?
yeah,
With
okay.
jelly or without jelly. Some people use
Right.
syrup. I prefer a guy to use jelly, right? I will reach my climate, right? I will automatically get hard, right? I will, come automatically if he's sucking my ass for about 10 minutes or longer, right? It's
Oh my
it's
God.
a sensation feeling. It makes you feel real good. Most all gays do that. You
Is
know what I'm
this
saying?
real?
Like guys to suck their ass. It's just like a pussy.
Ryan. Ryan.
I've known this video for many, many years.
Yes.
This is like a classic within
Absolutely.
Carlson and I's like
Absolutely.
YouTube early days.
Yes.
Very funny content on the
Yeah.
internet back in the day. I never knew if this was real or not.
Ryan, let me tell you something. This isn't a skit. This was actually a documentary on HBO about prisons.
Okay. All right.
This is very much legit.
Okay.
Folks, I can't tell you
Wow.
if this was a comedy skit, it's still even like
It's still pretty terrifying, but
my
funny.
thing is, I'm just saying, if we had advertisements like this in the hood growing up,
Yeah.
I think our criminal rates will go down tremendously.
Everyone would be fine.
Everyone would be A-okay. I feel. I know that's why I don't commit crimes.
I'm definitely not doing any of that.
I mean, I don't even jaywalk anymore after
Yeah.
I've seen this video.
Yeah. So
I cross the street. I know jaywalking would be easy for me right here, but no, even if the streetlights are all the way down there, I'm walking it.
I pay for the bus,
Yeah,
even when they're not checked.
that's right.
I get overcharged for something.
That's
I
right.
give the money back.
Yeah, that's right.
This
I can't even eat salad comfortably
yeah,
anymore.
this is another level.
This is bro. The cameraman must be in disbelief right now.
Can't be.
He's just like.
All right. All right. Did they ever explain where this jail is?
Oh my God! It's a documentary. I forget the name of the documentary. I didn't forget where it is. He sounds like it's probably West Coast from the way he's wearing the bandana.
All right.
But even still, folks, just pay attention. For all the kids out there, you know what? You got to listen to this shit. All right?
Right? But the only difference is it's not a pussy, right? It's clean. The person is decent, and the person know that that's an asshole. But in mind, he's looking at it as a pussy because he's in prison. So Toss my salad in. Let them eat me, we straight. That's it. The most hazardous thing in prison life is being debt over drugs. They can get you killed or raped, one or the other. You can't pay.
This is so
I had
crazy.
one
I can't believe they
opportunity
put
where
this in
three
the
guys,
documentary.
two of them owed me money, right? So I knew I couldn't get them together. So what I did, I got one day on a Saturday. I sucked his dick in the closet.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
sucked his dick.
Wow.
I had his pants down. He helpless. That's it. He's helpless, right?
He
The
helpless.
dick hard. I'm sucking on it, right? I
Oh
can't
my
right up and I cut him. And that's why I
Oh
left the
my
man in the
God.
closet. He didn't tell. But
There's
he
nothing
couldn't
wrong with this
explain. How
stuff.
could he explain that a fag is sucking his dick and come up and cut him?
It's just
He
very
couldn't explain
interesting.
that. There's no way in hell he could explain it to the administration.
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't expect that outro, but
We met
Well,
Fleece
how about
Johnson.
this one? We're gonna watch this as well. So I
Wow.
just found out they actually have the full documentary on YouTube right now. It's called "The Prisoners of the War on Drugs."
Prisoners of the War on Drugs. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
It is a. Hold on, let me see if I can get like a synopsis here. Now,
Crazy.
folks, you heard that. I want
Rewind
to be.
it.
This was no comedy skit. I want to reiterate.
Okay.
He was being very dead serious.
Yes, yes.
And it says the film provides an inside look at the prison system, its prisoners, and the war on drugs we do not seem to be winning. Folks, I heard a lot of shit, but the war on drugs was not the most terrifying part of this entire documentary. I can tell you that much.
It was that scene
That
right
scene
there.
alone made the goddamn movie.
God.
Yeah. So, kids at home, remember the next time you try and buy drugs, or willing to shoot somebody or commit murder in any sort, or commit any crime, there's a dude waiting for you in prison to toss your salad, or
Yeah.
you tossing their salad.
So,
Just a note to self: don't commit crimes.
Yeah, don't commit crimes.
All right. Now this next fellow is a video that's near and dear to my heart.
I actually don't know this one.
Well, you're gonna love this.
I don't know this.
You're gonna love this. This is about a man named Fleece Johnson.
This one says historical figures. Must be important.
Well, he's up there in my book. He's definitely in. If I were teaching a class, I would have a whole unit about this fellow right here. He is a prisoner, and he's a prisoner as well. And
Very interesting.
you remember the show The Boondocks? They parodied
yes.
they parodied a character
Oh,
from
okay.
this man.
Okay.
All right,
Fleece Johnson.
Fleece Johnson is his name.
Okay.
All right, watch the video, and let's get
A
Ryan's
long-time
take.
inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they gonna do?
Well, you're in there a long time,
Let
Ryan.
them have a woman. They gonna have each. Somebody's gonna have to give us some booty, and it's just as simple.
The most memorable
laugh.
story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security
my
penitentiary.
God.
And he went on about it.
That's
and
right.
On about it.
In his prison, booty. Booty was more important than food. Booty.
You think that is just him? Like,
What?
It's just him. You know what I mean? Like, everyone else in the prison is
I think
chilling.
he's the only one that's speaking up. I think the only one that's vocal
Everybody's
about
getting
it. Everyone's doing
Everybody
it.
is
I think
trading
everyone's
booty.
doing it. But
He's the only-
there's other
Fleece
dudes-
Johnson's the only real
other
one.
prisoners are in there like, hold on, you're trying to expose our secret, nigga. You are crazy? Are you crazy? It's like, no. I'm gonna speak about it. I'm
Yeah.
proud about it. I don't care.
I'm
What
getting-
about if you look like you gay? I ain't gay. I'm in prison.
Getting 2 years off
I'm
my
getting, you know what I
sentence?
mean? I'm in
I'm
here for
doing this
10 years.
I'm doing this
I'm
documentary.
busting a nut some way or somehow.
Oh my God.
That's how it is.
All right.
Fleece Johnson.
A man's butt.
Serious.
It was more important. I'm serious. It
I'm
was
serious.
more booty, having some booty
This is no joke.
was more important than drinking water.
That is crazy.
I feel like that's the men's story here in Toronto.
That booty-
having booty is more important than food and water. Because
That
food
is
and water is
crazy.
expensive.
That is crazy. Not as expensive as Costa Rica, but
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
it is expensive.
It is expensive, but I'm just saying, booty is important. And I think let's just let's just hear what Mr. Johnson has to say. I think it's a good insight into the mind of a prisoner. This right here
is real.
That's real prison, all right? This is what's inside. Yeah, forget about this whole shanking. Hold on, let me buy 2 cigarettes with these 3 Cheetos. No, this is prison right here. This is the shit you need to be documenting.
Yeah, this is stuff that will scare kids.
Absolutely,
100%. I like
to show
booty.
this in kindergarten.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me.
And he looks good.
When I go see him, I say, "You come here."
You come.
I say, "I'm telling you what. I like you, and I want you."
Oh my God.
And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right?
Oh my God.
And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants in her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know.
Oh.
And it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know.
I'm never sagging my pants again.
Yeah.
I'm never sagging my. I sag my pants to this day.
Yeah,
I still do,
but
and not anymore after watching Fleece Johnson.
I haven't done it since high school.
No, so thank you, Fleece. Thank you for warning me.
Yeah, just saying.
I will never ever
Yeah, because if he sees you, he'll like you, and he'll want you, and he could do this the easy way. He could do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
That when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
Yo, NBC, our MSNBC, what?
He had his LeBron years. The guy had his LeBron years in prison, man. It was Miami Heat years,
the Jordan era, man. Oh my God. What is this?
His prime.
His prime.
Oh, he was putting up numbers on
You call it a prime? Okay, and MSNBC, please don't ever do that again.
That's
crazy.
My
God. He's considered the GOAT.
Oh my God.
He's considered the GOAT.
He's getting interviewed after every shower. Oh, it's tough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, homeboy. He he had them suds on him, but he dropped his soap and I just went in. That's why, folks.
Crazy.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I probably felt one of y'all butts. And y'all was walking past me.
Oh my God.
And dares you to say something. I'm not no shame.
I dare you to say something.
This is nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be known. I'm a warrior.
The most important thing in your life is going to be booty.
See, that's the character they based it
on.
Oh,
okay. So shout out to the Boondocks.
Yeah.
You know,
one of the greatest shows of all time. If you haven't watched the Boondocks, I strongly encourage you to watch it. But yes,
crazy.
Fleece. That was Fleece. Thoughts on Fleece?
He scared me straight.
He scared you? I mean, literally, literally scared you straight.
Yeah, he scared me straight.
Yeah,
I'm never doing anything against the law ever again.
Yeah.
Never sagging my pants.
Yep.
I'm gonna live the easy way.
And you want to know something? He's free from prison currently.
Oh, is he?
He is.
Okay. Wow. I hope he's getting some whatever he's looking for in life.
No, he's probably still on the prowl and saying, you know, he's probably staying with a friend, and then you know, they probably.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That goes to show you, folks. Don't commit crimes.
Stay out of prison.
I mean, I think this is the best anti-crime commercial of all time, in my opinion. Those two last videos were
better than the war on drugs.
Yes,
it's better than Don't Do Drugs.
Yeah,
by,
Dare.
Dare.
You know Don't Drink and Drives.
Yeah,
I think it's the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Show this to your children.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if I have kids and they're trying to act bad, babe, I'm gonna show them a Fleece Johnson video. Be like, hey, y'all trying to be like that? Pull your pants up.
My God.
I'm just saying, folks. Well, that was it for our videos. Tell us what you think in the comments. And you thought y'all thought that what I said was freaking wild. Aaron. All right. But yeah, tune in. We'll be right back,
folks.
with our regular
I'm
show.
hoping you enjoyed our Dare Mad, keep kids out of prison.
Our anti-crime commercial. The Blanks
Anti-crime
anti-crime.
Yeah. We're looking out for the children.
That's right. Now,
If
yeah, some
somebody's
of
gotta think about the
some of y'all
children.
might think that's an extreme approach, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I think, and modern problems call for modern solutions.
With the platform that we happen to have, we wanted to use as much as possible to do good for the children.
Can you imagine the complaints that are going to start coming in? Why is my brother? Why is my baby boy crying to me and saying every time I say PB and J, he starts crying? And now I can't even eat a goddamn salad in the house because my boy starts screaming like a little girl. Well, you know what? We look forward to your emails, your comments, and all that. But you know what? When your boy or your girl, we're not going to judge here. When they grow up and they're law-abiding citizens and they thank us for that, you're welcome. You're welcome. What's got to say about that?
Definitely.
What's got to say about that? All right, Ryan. Your favorite company on the planet has reopened as of yesterday. LCBO.
Oh, okay.
Thoughts?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
So I don't even think we mentioned it in some of our earlier
I don't
episodes.
think so,
I think
yeah.
just there was so much stuff, plus coming off of Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough, but just to give a premise, anybody who lives in Ontario, the LCBO, which is the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, they have a store where they monopolize all of those sort of liquor sales within Canada, or at least, Ontario. And they happen to recently go on strike, just due to our political government wanting to privatize the access to ready-to-drink stuff like cocktails and all that kind of stuff. So they went on strike, fully understood. They're back now.
And you're happy.
I am extremely happy. You know, it's funny because I actually had a coworker recently ask me, they're like, Ryan, like, how have you been doing with the strike? And I'm like, honestly, I've been all right. Like, I'd go grab a beer at a bar or something like that. Or if worse comes to worse, I'd go buy a bottle of wine at the wine rack. And not everyone's a fan of the wine rack, but it is what it is.
I'm surprised they're still open.
So, yeah.
They're still
they must have done really well the last week,
so.
Right?
Beer, I know there's a beer store near Center Point. I was driving and the biggest line I've seen.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, there was like lineup everywhere. Like we went to the beach one of the days over the last couple of weeks for a buddy's birthday, and like even the beer stores in that area were all like dried up. Like we could only get a certain amount of stuff. So it was just in general a crazy time, especially for like alcoholics or people who truly need drinks.
That's a bit concerning. Who truly need drinks?
But yeah, I'm happy they're back.
Who truly needs a drink?
I'm happy they're back. A lot of people.
Probably the people that are still reeling from listening to that last ad.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely needed a shot after that one. That was tough.
That was intense. Well, you know what? We did it because we did it for the children. That's all. And they
tough.
gotta know. They gotta know. Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the biggest.
Kamala Harris
the biggest news.
Is running for presidente.
So the Democrats.
She's losing.
Actually, I'm gonna think that she wins.
No,
I'm gonna go with.
I will place you a bet $5 that she loses.
$5. I will bet you $5.
I'm telling you. Let's do it.
We bet $5.
Here's the deal. I'm more of a centrist. I don't really have a hand in this fight, and also they're American, so I don't give two shits really. But I'm telling you,
bums. I tell you.
Here's the deal of my thoughts of the American politics. Right, like I said earlier, literally, it is the greatest reality television show on the planet.
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
not even about politics. If I asked a Trump supporter, like a diehard Trump supporter, why they're voting for Trump, they probably would not list anything as to what he wants to do for the country.
Like, you think Survivor, Love Island, Big Brother,
No.
any
It's
of
the
that have
US
anything on
election.
this?
No.
Nothing.
The U.S. group, the best ratings ever. Dude, my dad, while Trump was president or while running for president the last time, literally CNN every goddamn night.
Yeah.
Since Trump left office, he hasn't paid attention to CNN once because it's boring. Like the fact that y'all don't want to admit it, Trump makes for good TV. He creates
TV.
he creates conversation.
He creates content for content makers.
That's right.
He
The
creates
dude's
content
a
for me and
meme.
you.
He's a meme, and that's why y'all are gonna vote for him.
Crazy.
Even if Kamala wants to tell you that she's gonna lower taxes and freaking make things affordable for everybody, you guys are voting for Trump because the guy makes good meme content.
Americans like good meme content.
Absolutely.
More than they like lower taxes.
Like they even tried with Joe Biden, and there were some funny ones, but it was concerning because the poor guy is going through it.
Yeah.
He's old. That's why you need Trump. He's perfect. He looks like a goof. He says some wild, outlandish stuff. He's good TV.
Yeah.
Kamala ain't that. She's coherent. No, you don't want that as a president. What memes are you going to get from that?
The American citizens, don't play yourself.
Yeah. Come on, folks. If you guys want memes, if you guys want funniness for the next 4 years, vote Trump, damn it. Let's make America great again with memes.
Well, that was actually really well said.
Right?
That was extremely well said.
Well, I mean, let's face facts here. Ain't nobody knows what the hell their political views are. No one.
No idea.
No idea.
I think I read the latest one, or the one that came out that I read, was no transgendered in male or vice versa.
So Trump said that he
sports.
did not want males to play in female sports. He said that is not happening.
Yeah,
that will not
like
happen.
Yeah. So
and it got a really loud cheer
too.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So that was
I'm sure.
I mean, shoot.
There's a lot of athletes that are probably voting for Trump just based off
based on that alone, right? Oh boy.
Are you kidding me?
So it's like, all right, the man might be a racist, but I mean, shoot, I can agree with him.
Hires my chance to make it to the NBA. Or to the
I'll take
WNBA.
it. I'll take it. Yeah. But folks, here's like America. If you're gonna vote, if you are going to, well, I'm saying if, but you definitely should vote if you're old enough.
Definitely go out and vote.
However, I'm saying is if you are going to vote, please do your research as to what each party is doing and what they want for you, because you want a president that benefits you. That's all I'm saying. You don't want a president that's just gonna, talk and talk and talk. Well, I think all politicians talk nonsense anyway, but that's just whatever. That's beside the point. I'm saying is if you truly do value your country and you love your country, please vote for a president that's doing right by you. That's all I gotta say. All right. Please know what you're getting into. I know I said the meme stuff before, but don't just vote for Trump because he makes good meme content. Vote for Trump because if he does do right by you, if the guy is doing well for you for taxes, if the guy's creating more job opportunities, vote for the guy. If Kamala Harris is going to plan on doing much more than that, vote for her. All right? That's all I got. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
Beautifully said.
Enjoy the entertainment that will come. I know they're probably going to debate. Trump said he ain't going to do it. Because, I mean, let's face facts here. Arguing with a woman ain't going to get you nowhere because you're going to lose anyway, right? But either still. Just, I know it's entertaining and I get that. But please, 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 I urge you, just do your research on the Democrats and the Republicans. See where your head is at. And if that party's right for you, go for it. Do it. But don't just vote because it's cool or it's funny. Be like, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump. Let's see. And then we find out some, doofuses are doing that everywhere, and then he ends up president again. All right, just do your research.
From at least,
man, I'm trying to see a Capitol Hill attack again.
That is going to be some absolutely nuts stuff.
Can you imagine if that does?
Honestly,
I vividly remember the day it happened.
Honestly, it will probably happen again if he loses. Because then they'll be like, let's say, because it's 3 months from the the election, from my understanding. I may have that wrong. I'm not too well versed in American
like
politics.
when they're running, or when
when they're running, and let's
yeah.
say Trump actually loses to Kamala, and Kamala happens to be the very first woman president, there will be riots, 100%.
You think so?
I don't know if Trump will like be the one that's like at the helm last time, where he was like, "Oh, there's all."
I mean, was he at the helm? He called for
Oh,
it.
he
The
definitely
homeboy went into hiding.
He 100% was at the helm. Like,
he definitely cost it.
Yeah.
He 100% cost, and he faced no jail
Yeah.
time for it. So that's like baffling.
Yeah, I know. Literally,
like, folks, can you like imagine the president of the United States asked to incite a riot, and y'all are just like,
that's fine.
yeah, well,
And then a bunch of people lost their jobs and went to jail.
Went to jail
for this dude.
Yeah.
You think they're still repping Trump in jail? There's definitely some dudes that are still in jail right now because of that.
Yeah.
For sure. And like, do you still think they're repping him?
I would. I mean,
I would hope so.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because I mean, they're in jail for it. You would think that you
gotta be authentic to yourself. You gotta be authentic. you chose this bed.
Yeah.
I hope you still rep the dude.
Yeah.
God.
Damn. But all I'm saying is, if I was a Trump supporter, and I get arrested, I go to jail, and I do this for you, and I don't get no pardon letter from you, and I'm stuck in prison tossing salad, I'm gonna be pretty pissed about it.
We've had a lot of prison talk today.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pretty pissed about it though.
But yeah. No, I can understand.
Yeah, right. So
Tough.
even well, either or. I don't know. This shall be interesting. I know Kamala's a bit sassy too, so she's with it.
She broke a record recently.
Did she?
Yeah, it was like the most raised for like a political election within 24 hours.
Yes.
It was like $81 million or something like that. Crazy.
Damn.
It was like 880 people all donated like more than $100 or like around $200 or something like that. 81 million.
That's crazy.
That's the biggest, like, it's a record breaking thing. So it's like, I know 880,000 aren't the population of America, but that still shows some sort of promise. I don't know. My political spectrum, I know Carl's saying he's more of a centrist. I'm way more liberal than anything else. So I hope that she wins, because it would be fucking nuts to see another 4 years of this dude. But it will make good for good TV. I can't say anything against it.
I'm just saying.
And the Blank will have some great ass content over the next 4 years.
I mean, it would be. I think our videos will all be just Trump doing this shit. And
then just be the Trump, with Carlos and Ryan.
The Trump with Carlos. Yeah, you know what I mean.
But yeah,
and then we just go. Yeah, I'm just saying, folks. It's gonna. I don't know. I think I am never been more confident in my life that Trump's gonna win. That's just me. But like I said, I'm not going to lose sleep if Kamala wins. It is what it is. But just knowing right now, in terms of Trump's, like, his view on the how people see him right now, the guy survived an assassination attempt. He's a goddamn TV ratings gold mine right now.
Definitely.
So I just don't see it. If Kamala miracle pulls off the miracle and wins it, good on her. Let's see how this rolls out. But oh my God, I just don't see it. I just don't see her winning. But we'll see.
She's got my vote.
No, well,
so
all right. Well, let the races begin. Yeah, this should be fun. This should be fun. The Olympics are coming up literally this weekend.
Paris, yep. They actually have some of the soccer stuff already. Yeah, which is nice. I usually watch the Olympics, especially for like the high jump. 100-meter sprint, all that kind of stuff. I actually thoroughly enjoy that stuff, like watching it relay, because you only get to really see it every once in a while.
Right?
Yeah, they're there right now. Yeah, because it's actually starting in 3 days, I think.
Yeah, it's starting
2 or 3
literally
days.
this weekend.
Yeah. So then, like, a bunch of stuff that's already going on. There's already some cool additions, like breakdancing, like you said. Carl said that breakdancing's in the Olympics now.
Go Korea.
Korea will definitely kill it.
They're just, oh my God.
They're actually putting ultimate frisbee in next year. Funny enough.
Ew.
So I'm happy about that.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I love the Olympics, man. What do you like about the Olympics?
You think they're banging right now?
Olympic people?
100%. Because they have that like villa in the area where they all
like
stay.
The whole stigma.
There's a whole story about it. That's like these athletes, they get together and they just like screw.
Yeah. I wouldn't see why not. They're like the fittest of the fittest people of the world, or like the most.
And
like,
there's like bowls of condoms in like the main rooms and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised,
Like,
honestly.
like fittest of the fit. You know what I mean? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're perverts. Or they're just
nothing,
or it's not even the perverts. It's just the testosterone and all that. You know, the hormones in the system.
Hey, Olympic orgies, man.
Yeah.
OOs.
That's the 2 O's in the Olympic rings.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's O, and then Olympic orgies is the last O. The last 2 O's.
Yeah, crazy.
Wait, is Kevin Durant on the basketball team?
I think he's actually injured, so he's not.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's not.
I hear he's banging Angel Reese.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him.
You know
That's
what
a rumor.
I like about that, because it's like you always want someone that like has the same interests as you. Kind of thing, playing basketball.
Yeah.
She's making money.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much money as he is.
No.
Maybe minus 100 times
sure.
how much she is.
Well, I mean, like,
but
he's KD and he's got sponsors to help.
Same interests, you know. And hopefully Angel Reese, she's definitely up there.
Oh, I think so. I think it's Caitlin Clark and then her.
Yeah, they had recently, I don't know if you saw this, but the WNBA All-Star team faced off against the women's USA team. They're sending the USA to the Olympics. And there's people that are in the WNBA that don't play on the USA Olympic team.
That is fascinating.
Because they just didn't get
chosen make the
for
cut.
it, and the WNBA team smashed the Olympic team.
Wow.
Crazy. So the WNBA the US coach was in an interview, and they're like, "Oh, like, do you regret not adding so and so to this roster, or so and so to this roster?" And they're like, "No." They're like, "We're fine." Kind of thing, which is really interesting, because like really you're not sending the best of the best.
So they're getting demolished is what they're saying.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Well, we shall see.
I don't know like who would be, because the U.S. team is always really, really well. The U.S. women's always does well in basketball.
The U.S. men's always do well.
Yeah,
but it's pretty stacked now, because I was reading a stat saying that when the Dream Team was competing, they only competed with 5 other NBA players in different countries.
Yeah. But
whereas now there's 61 NBA players in different countries.
In Team Canada, we have like half our roster are NBA players. So it's like
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks,
Shai,
Kelly Olynyk. We have a lot of people on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal,
yeah.
Like it's just interesting to see. So definitely go watch the Olympics. The Olympics is fun as hell.
I think it's a good time. You can place bets.
I feel like it's actually losing its like spark though over the last couple of years. I feel like,
I mean, we lost it because it was supposed to be in 2020, but then COVID happened.
COVID hit. But I just don't think the younger generation care too much about it. And like I feel like even us, our generation, like the millennials, don't care too much about it. I don't think so. If I go ask Hunter, my little brother who's 15, what the Olympics is, he probably doesn't even know.
Well, Ryan, your brother...
I knew what the Olympics... we all knew what the Olympics were back in the day. Absolutely. I just don't feel like little kids know...
Well, it's not advertised as much now, I noticed. Yeah. Like, McDonald's usually has like
something. Nike has a whole bunch of commercials out, all that kind of stuff. So you're right. Like... Whether they're just not more advertising or whatever it is, I just don't feel like the younger generation gets exposed to that stuff. To be fair,
that kid, I swear, it's only about working out, and then that's it. He's a problem, and you know what? I would like to talk to him. Sit him down, see where his head's at.
Okay.
Be like, hey, kiddo, how you doing, buddy? Well, what's going on with you?
Do you know about the Olympics yet?
Yeah, you know about the Olympics.
Oh, you don't?
And I just grab him by the shirt, like, hey, what's wrong with you? Huh? I swear to God, and don't you ever become a criminal, because if you do, I will never, ever forgive myself.
Yeah. Just one of those things.
That's very unfortunate. I don't know. Yeah, the Olympics, I don't see too much advertising now about it. Is it because the Canadian athletes are just not good, or is it just like...
we have a good number of them.
Think
and then, like, if you're any sort of like child at any point in time, like we definitely... Is it Donovan Bailey? Like... Donovan Bailey, like we knew him as the 100-meter sprinter for Canada. Like we knew that he was like the guy kind of thing. Even if you weren't into sports as much, like we learned about him in school, all that kind of stuff. I remember in school we would stop school to like watch the Olympics. They'd put it.
There was a few,
and I don't know if they still do that nowadays. You know what I mean? So like, Andre DeGrassi's our new stud.
He's our guy, yeah.
And not a lot of people happen to know him. Like, I bet if you go ask them, they probably know, like...
They probably walk by him on the street and they have no idea.
Like, Shea, they probably know, like, for his basketball and that kind of stuff. But there's not a lot of, like, track and field effort and like prioritization anymore like it used to be, I feel.
And then, oh God, what was I gonna say? And then, of course, Canadian heroes like Ben Johnson. You know who Ben Johnson is?
Steroids guy, right?
Well, that's what you say, but to me, I think of him as the winner and the Olympic gold medalist.
Okay.
Even though he had to return it because
His whole
controversies. And I think it's BS. Who isn't on steroids, right?
I'm on steroids right now.
Shoot, I'm on. Did you see my intro earlier? I'm on steroids also. So you know what? I think it's just our steroids guy beat the other steroid people. But he just got caught. He got caught lacking. But yeah, free Ben Johnson. He ain't do shit.
But just before we end the episode,
are we ending?
Well, we're about 10 minutes.
Yeah. What do you have to say?
I was just gonna say, we're not, just a preface, we're not putting an episode up next week.
We are not.
We will not be here
because we're going back to Cali. Going back to Cali. We're going back to Cali. When the la hits your mirror, don't fix ya. It's all hard. My head might split ya. Even I'm with ya or against it. Format bench ya. Black to the maze I sent ya.
I was in California.
Burn knows how to party.
Okay, so you know what? Just before we jump into that part, so I got told a crazy story.
Oh, geez.
By a comedian person that I happen to know.
A comedian person you happen to know.
And he was telling me about how he was in Hollywood a couple of months ago. He was in there doing a show.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. He was at his buddy's house. He had to catch a flight.
He had a show at 4 a.m.?
No, he had a show in Hollywood. He was at his buddy's house in Hollywood, so he's staying there. And he had a flight to catch at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.
Okay.
So he left his buddy's place at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
He's on the street, dead silent in Hollywood. And he said that Hollywood's kind of sketchy.
Sure.
He said it's pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
So he's walking with his big bag, big check-in bag, and a carry-on bag that he's about to head to his car to go drop the car off, get to the airport.
Yeah.
He said he's walking in the middle of Hollywood, and he sees this guy come out of an alleyway, 4 a.m. It is dead silent. There's nothing else on the streets. There's no other cars. The guy's walking the other way, and I think my friend made some sort of a sound, maybe he dropped his bag or something by accident. The guy turns around, 4 a.m. He's probably about 400 meters away from him. He literally turns around, hears the sound, and starts running towards my buddy in the middle of Hollywood, running towards him. I asked my friend, I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, look, I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
I have responsibilities.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was thinking, maybe my random Brazilian jiu-jitsu would come out of nowhere that I've never learned myself, would come out and I'd be able to kung fu this guy to death. But that didn't happen. He's like, I ran the other way with his bag.
Good call.
He ran as long as he possibly could.
Good call.
And then he was like, you know what? Nobody at 4 a.m. is trying to sprint after me to either mug me, to be violent against me. So I ran. That's what he said. That's what he said to me. So then I was like, funny enough, I'm going to California next week. And he's like, don't walk around at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So that was his advice for me.
That was his recommendation.
Yeah, so
all right. Well, here's the deal. Yeah, that's well, I mean, Hollywood is a that's definitely I'm pretty sure The Freaks Come Out at Night was written about Hollywood, California. So that you don't have to worry about me doing that. But if some person runs at me at 4 a.m., even if I know the person, they're getting a swift, sweet chin music to the face. All right? That's all I got to say about it. So I'm warning all you Californians, don't run at me. Because I swear to God, I will pick you up and I will choke slam you to the goddamn... I will choke slam you off the California bridge.
He was wearing the shirt. He's wearing... And then for all of our audio listeners, Carl's is wearing a Generation X shirt.
Yes. Don't play with me, all right? I know the moves off by heart. I will use them all, and then I will throw you off the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay. So that's all I got to say about that. Don't run at me at 4 a.m. I am paranoid as enough as is. I'm in a new state I've never been a part of. I will sweet chin music you. That's it.
But are you excited, Carlos?
I'm excited. I need.
Have you ever been to California?
First time
in California.
Is it yours?
It is my also.
Okay.
So I've never been to California. Been to a couple of different places in the States. I know Carl's a little more versed about the States than I am. just in relation. But it will be Carlos and I's first time in
It'll
California.
be a good time.
You've heard great things. Like
I
I've
heard
always,
some fantastic.
we're going to be in
things.
San Francisco / San Jose.
Yeah.
For majority of the time, we are going for a wedding. I'm sure that Carlos and I will definitely try our best to do, as much social media stuff as we can.
We'll try. We'll always try our hardest.
But yeah,
no,
exciting,
it should be
man.
a good time.
Exciting,
I think it'll
man.
be fun. It'll be nice to see like what life is like in
Yeah.
San Francisco / San Jose.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes. We'll keep y'all posted. And
we'll
no, it should
do
be fun.
a review episode.
I
Obviously,
definitely need this goddamn break. Work has been forget it. That's
Absolutely
a whole other
wild.
episode. But it's it'll be nice to see some old friends, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm excited for our Airbnb. It looks like a nice little spot there.
Yeah.
And
I haven't. Have you researched anything yet, like about the area?
The
that we're
area?
staying in, or like what you
I
wanted
read
to
about
do?
a few things. Well, I only saw one video of in San Jose where a person, while the person was staying in their room at the time, and a hook came under the door.
Okay, then.
And was trying to like unlock it.
It's like I know what you did last summer, kind of thing.
Essentially.
Or
And he's
Scream.
recording the same recording it, and then he grabs a hook and he can hear people running away down the hall.
Oh my god.
Well, that was a hotel, so
That's wild still.
yeah, I mean, even still.
So we got to watch
But all
out.
I'm saying is San Francisco and San Jose, watch out, because big boot to the face if you're running at me.
I heard I don't know too much about the cities whatsoever. I
Mhm.
haven't really looked into it myself. I just know San Francisco is like one of the tech hubs
Yeah.
in California. Very hilly.
It was the gay capital, but Toronto
gay
overtook
capital. Very hilly
it. Mm.
in itself. San Jose, I don't know too much
Yeah, I
about,
don't
but
know
I'm sure
about it
like
either.
the cuisine and like the
I'm hearing
bars,
there's a lot of Latino geldom.
Latinos. I'm sure
They'll be great.
it's gonna be interesting.
They're probably toxic, but you know what? Let me find out.
Wow. Let him find out.
Let me find out.
Shout out to one of our previous episodes where that is Carlos's downfall.
That is, I told
we're
you.
We're literally flying to Carlos's
Yeah.
downfall next
this
week.
is twice in like two, in
Yeah.
like in twice in the same year. I'm flying towards my downfall.
Yeah.
I
So-
survived the first half, barely.
So
But,
we're leaving next weekend. I mean, sorry, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
We won't be here for Thursday, so don't look for an episode next week. But we definitely will have some follow-up episodes about our review on San Francisco and San Jose and California as a whole. Hopefully, we get to do some cool stuff, man. I'm excited.
So. I think
I know that we're preoccupied. We have a wedding to go to, but hopefully, there's some time that Carlos and I can produce some content.
Yeah.
Have some cool stories, that kind of stuff.
So yeah, stay tuned to the socials.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll end it here.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining in. Apologies for the craziness you might have heard, but you know what?
We're gonna put up.
It's a crazy world we live in. So you know what? You're welcome. And on that note, my name is Carlos,
and I'm Ryan.
and this is The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. And as always, we'll be here every week except for next week. And tune in. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friends. We're available also on Spotify video also.
Yes, check that out.
And and wherever podcasts are available. So stay tuned. And as always, fill it in, fill it in, fill it in.
Love y'all.
Peace.